Hey everyone, you're live with Necee. I am your host, Opal Bailey, and I have with me Randy Crain from Life Leadership Financial Fitness. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Opal.
How you doing?
I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here as well. So, hey, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. For the past 15 years, I've been in my own business. I got married over 20 years ago. We had our anniversary 20 years ago, or this past December for 20 years. And I really enjoy the outside sports. I enjoy outside activities. I enjoy fishing and hunting and just having a good time and being with family and just enjoying life and helping people.
Well, I see that you're a part of Life Leadership, right? So
Yes.
You're the representative. And so tell me, how you involved your life leadership requirements and responsibilities along with your family, because you're doing a whole lot right now. So what is Life Leadership?
Well, Life Leadership is an organization or company that exists really solely to educate people and to help people to better understand themselves as well as to educate themselves on finances and to really help them to seek their purpose in life, their purpose and their passion in life. Mm-hmm. And so I got introduced to this organization, this information, about 3.5 years ago, and it came at a great time. I was at probably one of the lowest times of my life, and some folks entered my wife and I's lives and just began to kind of mentor and coach and kind of give us some direction. And we were at a time that was really low, and so that connection, that information, that community of people made a huge impact in our lives, and we're just very, very thankful to the Lord that He provided that at that point.
What situations were you in? You said that you were in a low. Yes. Could you explain that a little bit?
Absolutely. I'd been in my own business for many, many years as an entertainer and loved entertaining, loved getting up in front of a crowd, and I had built a business really all across the country. And we bought a house. We had a nice sized mortgage and a lot of debt, and we thought we were living the American dream. We on the outside we had it going on. Everybody looked at us as wow, you've got a great life and great lifestyle. But my parents had moved in with us, but the reason why is their health was kind of failing, and so we began to help them and kind of be there for them. And through a process of a couple of years, my parents both ended up passing away, going to be with the Lord, and within about 6 months of each other. And that was probably the hardest time in my life. And began really, the only real consolation that I could get through that time was just to get on my knees and ask God for strength and to get through it. But He provided some folks that came into our lives and began to really kind of mentor us and share with us that there was hope. There was a way that we could not only get out of our financial burden and struggles that we were facing, but also to begin a healing process inside. And so we began to kind of partner up with these folks and began to learn and began to grow inside and kind of rebuild ourselves and to figure out really why God put us here and what our passion or what our purpose is. And we began to figure out that there's so many other people out there that were just like us, that were in financial debt, but that's not really the right word. It's more distress, I think. So really now what we are doing is we're taking the information that we've learned and that we're continually learning and applying it to our lives to not only help us, get where we want to go in life and to achieve our dreams and goals, but to also help other people at the same time. And that's very worthwhile. So, yeah.
So how did they help you, the couple that came into your life with life leadership? What did they walk you through a program? Did they counsel you? What exactly did they do to help you to get out of your financial distress?
Well, great question. First, they just began to get to know us, build relationships with us, and to ask us some really important questions. Opal, they began to ask us, where you are right now. Is that where, are you happy? Are you content where you are financially? And the answer was no. I wasn't. I was always looking for more. I was always looking for a way to better ourselves financially. And so they began to share with us some financial information through this program and through this organization called Life Leadership. And the other way that they helped us is through there's a program that we call personal development, personal and professional development. So they just really began to give us resources and tools that we could begin to grow and develop ourselves through reading, some positive books, through listening to some positive audios, through associating with a community of people who were like-minded and who were going in the direction that we wanted to go. And so we had to grow and develop ourselves. And, what we began to find, Opal, is that around us in the world, most people are not on a regular basis working to improve themselves. They're caught up just in sort of a rat race of trying to make a living instead of constantly improving themselves and developing their skills, developing their leadership, developing a better marriage, developing better parenting skills. We're kind of caught up in a society that just focuses on, get up, go to work hard, work the rest of your life, and, just keep your nose to the grindstone. And so Steve and Jan, which was our coaches, they began to really ask us some questions and ask us, where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want your life to look like? What is your purpose? Why are you here on this earth? Why did God bring you to this point, and where do you see yourself in 5, 10, 15 years down the road? And those weren't questions that we really ask ourselves. We went to church on a regular basis. We were, reading our Bibles. We were, working at doing the right things. But those kind of questions we really never considered. And so this information with Life Leadership really turned us around, made a huge difference in our lives. And we're so thankful now.
So how are you personally involved in Life Leadership? What are you doing?
Well, that's a great question. We do three things, really. We read, we listen, and we associate. So as we connect with other people, we really work at trying to get to know people and figure out, where they are and where they want to go. But it really starts with learning. And so my wife and I, on a regular basis, we read. We, not only from our Bibles, but also from other books, other positive books on leadership principles, on relationship principles, on financial principles, on things that grow us inside. Because when we look at somebody else, we're really only seeing 10% of who they are, because 90% of them is hidden from us inside. And as we're in our job, in our corporate world setting, the biggest improvement that we can make is by bettering ourselves so that we can better relate to the people that we're working with. And so, so really the personal development and the professional development that we provide helps people become the best they can be. We live in such a world that it accepts mediocrity. And we really work at and strive to be excellent in what we do. And so when we encourage people to read, most people get out of school or get out of college and they say, I'm never going to pick up another book and read it again. And so we encourage people to continue that skill of reading and learning and developing themselves, because whether you're in the job, in the marketplace, or whether you're working to build an asset for your future, bettering your life and honing those skills is what it's really going to take. If you look at successful people in the world today, they have a constant improvement plan. They are constantly bettering their lives. And so, we encourage people to start that process of learning and growing and continue that process so they can not only be better at their work environment, but continue to grow so that they can grow their success and grow their wealth in life. And so reading is a big part of what we do. We encourage people to listen to audios, to listen to positive messages coming in. I just heard some statistics recently that the average person looks at their cell phone 150 times in a day. And not that there's anything wrong with looking at your cell phone, but it's what we constantly put in our brains. It's the real estate between our ears that's the important thing. So what we constantly are trying to encourage people to do is either turn off or tune down the media, the social networking, the radio, the TV, all the stuff that drags our attention away from where we want to go, from where our passion is, from where our mission is. And so in order to become the type of person that you need to be successful in the future, you have to grow into that. And so listening is a big part. So what we do on a regular basis is listen to audios. We have successful leaders within our organization that have CDs and messages that we listen to and that we learn from, as well as association. So we read, we listen, and we associate. We get around people who are like-minded, who have the results on the tree, if you will, of what they have done in their life, and so we want to emulate that. The best way to really see where you will be in your life 5 to 10 to 15 years down the road is to look at people who have been doing what you're doing 5 to 10 to 15 years down the road and ask yourself, do they have the kind of life that I want? Do they have the kind of lifestyle that I want? Do they have the kind of relationships with their kids, with their family? Are they the type of person that you want to emulate? And if not, then maybe you need to seek some different friends. So that's and so in the association part, we get around. We have regular workshops that we get around our successful leaders, and we invite people to come and learn more about our organization. We have seminars that we have on a monthly basis that we invite people to come and to learn and to get around a positive environment to help them to grow and to start achieving better results in their life. And so that's kind of what we do in a nutshell.
So how do you find the people to train or to bring into life leadership?
Oh, great question. Everywhere. Everywhere we go, people are hurting and people need help. Just for example, I was at we had a meeting this week, and I stopped to get a sandwich at a Publix, and the person behind the counter who was making a sandwich, she was just very positive, very just uplifting, and she was talking to everybody, and I was just very impressed with what she was doing. And she started talking about how she had only been there for a short time, but in that short time she'd gotten several raises. And so to me, that told me that she was ambitious and that she was positive. And she said several times during our conversation that she wanted to better herself. And so I thought, wow,